Hey guys, welcome back to Blackmire. As I said in the previous Blackmire video, this one is gonna be dedicated to the Zeppelin that I've made, which I am calling the Majesty, or Her Majesty, or whatever. I tried to use, as you saw when I made the hangar, the one I made for the submarine, I tried to take that base, and afterwards when I saw it, oh my god, it was crooked. I remember when I made the Nautilus, the submarine, that was where the axes were completely, totally ruined in this game. And I guess that I was a little bit annoyed, so I just said whatever. When I was finished with it, didn't really look at it so much, but oh my god, there were a lot of it had a lot of different angles, so I had to, I admit it, I was lazy when it comes to it. I used it and I didn't really want to go in and try to fix the shape, because the shape was there. It's just where some of the sci-fi pieces I use for this, they're touching, they're like a little bit above or under, so I had to put something between, like some frame or trim work, kind of like to close in all those holes, which I saw that also are on the submarine, which I'll probably go in and do some stuff about. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, just so you guys know that this was mainly taken from when I made the submarine. So the balloon, or how you say, the Zeppelin itself, is a little bit crooked, but I built around it so you can't really see the crookedness, and also I kind of like close in all the holes. Funny thing was that after I made the hangar and then I go in and work on the Zeppelin, and afterwards when I finished it, I found out that the hangar was too small. So I had to do some adjustments too. A little bit, you see a little bit here in the video, and some of it I did off camera. But I just really wanted the Zeppelin to fit in there. Also do a little bit of detailing, a little bit around the hangar. Not what I'm basically doing today is just focusing on this Zeppelin here. I wasn't actually aware that I've used I actually think it was 6 hours I used on this build. So the speed is a little bit fast again, guys. I know you guys said that you won't mind some long videos once in a while. It gives more content, and I can totally agree with that. And I really do try to put the videos down as much as I can. So yeah, it's a little bit of a struggle sometimes, but sometimes you just build and you really don't know how much time you used on it until I go in and look at my recordings, and then it's like, wow, did I really use 6 hours on this build? So sometimes you really don't know when you are in the groove how much time you actually use on these things. And then you look at the time and it's like, whoa, I used like half a day on this. Maybe I should do something else. So there's always a lot of struggle when it comes to this, but nonetheless, I'll probably make a few more airships, as I've said. I did make these airships you see that are around the park. Is actually something I did in the start of when I started my channel. Some blueprint let's build. So if you guys want to see those, you should check out my blueprints playlist. I have a little bit of a few airship let's build in there. Just FYI, if you guys wanted to see how those were made. The build itself now, I had this idea with the Zeppelin for like ever, that I really wanted it to have it there and like poking out of the mountain, and I'm quite satisfied. I've of course built a little bit further in, so I can say now that it is really looking good. I placed a little bit of more buildings around the area, and just a little bit, just lots more detailing. The thing I'm trying to do with this is that, as I said in the previous one, I want more the look of it to look nice than all the minor detailing. Because all the minor detailing is always, you know, it always does something. It's really, really nice. But in the long haul, the minor detailing you don't really see unless you get close to it. And also, I want a lot of clutter. Like, I want so much clutter everywhere. And that's also kind of the vibe I'm going for here. It is a little bit difficult some places around the mountain here, because I don't know if I should have buildings like on the left and right of the path, where the windows and doors are against the path, so you actually just see a brick building with windows on the other side. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying here, but you will see in some of the next videos. But it's kind of like sorry, it's kind of like when you walk up to the mountain, you actually only have buildings on the left side of it, and then you only have the fencing on the right side. So the right side will always be free for you to look to look down on the industrial city, where you on the left side have all the buildings. But what I'm thinking is, what if I do it both ways? So when you walk on the path, you actually feels like you're walking inside this compact town, where you actually can see out. Or yeah, it's some things I have in my mind. I'm thinking I'm gonna try to do that and see how it looks. I know I don't need to do it everywhere. Just a few spots, because then I think I can make some pipelines going from each building to another too. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out a solution on all this stuff. I might take a little break on the mountain, because I feel like I'm getting a little bit of a new right skin vibe coming up, or just a little bit of more smaller detailing. And for some reason, I really want to go in and finish the coaster, which I didn't even have a name for yet, which is just perfect. I'm so bad with names, and I have literally no idea what I could call it. I'm so generic that the only thing I have in mind right now is just the factory. I guess it would work fine, because it is gonna be a factory, sort of. Or maybe when I add some more theming into it, I might get another idea for a name. But I just don't think the factory sound very cool. I mean, it's just the factory. So, but yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for the coaster name, be my guest and help me with some suggestions, guys, because I really suck at it. So, yeah, that would be very nice if you guys would add a few ideas to what I could call this coaster. And I will of course credit you guys, because yeah, I still haven't found a name, and I thought about it as soon as I made the coaster. What could I call this? So yeah, that's a little bit of a long journey ahead of what I could call this. But nonetheless, it's going in the right way still. And I can keep on saying it. The more I get into this park, the more ideas I get all the time. So it's going. I don't know if I will post 2 videos out of Blackmire like next week or so, because there'll probably come a lot more other videos too there. So I'm gonna try and mix it. And as I said, why I post this video now is because I posted the hangar video earlier this week, and I said that these 2 videos kind of worked well together, kind of to fulfill the full build I'm doing. So that's also why you guys get this. And I'm sorry that it is 38 minutes, yeah, or something about that. I really did try to cut it down. So I do not hope that the video here with me making this Zeppelin is too boring for you guys. I must say though, compared to how crooked and yeah, and just how bad that base Zeppelin was made, I'm quite satisfied on how I kinda got it to look quite neat. I'm also doing some interior inside of it, putting down some animatronics just for funsies, actually. I just felt like you needed something, inside there now when I made the glass facade, that kind of where you can look through it. So afterwards, I do in and I add a little bit of touches here and there. I'm adding a little bit of flags, and as I said, doing some stuff in the hangar, which it was a little bit too small, or like the scaffolding I placed around the sides clipped a little bit through the Zeppelin, so I had to fix a little bit of an issue there, but it worked out. I also put down a little bit of pipes and enclosure, kind of like the platform of the landing base here for the Zeppelin. And I really think that the Majesty is a good name for it. I really like giving names to some of my creations, because it is kind of funny. When I build this park or map, I don't know what it is, but in some way I feel like I'm creating a map for some game, and every time I place a building, I get this idea that this building could be where you had to meet this random guy that gives you a quest. I don't know. I'm weird in that way. I really like just having this sort of thinking while I build that. What if this building could be this kind of purpose for the town, and when if I go there? And it's kind of like the same thing I have with all these airships and Zeppelins. Every one of them has a name, and every time I give them a name, I feel like what could be their purpose. Like in my previous airships, there's one called the Smuggler, and then the Explorer, the Windrunner, the Junior. I just like it because it feels like, okay, this is called the Explorer, so, and you can totally see on it that this guy is really just exploring the world with his airship. And the same goes with the Majesty, where the Majesty is more like of a, it's a royal, wealthy airship for the mayor of Blackmire. I think we're gonna get a mayor in Blackmire. And I just feel like this airship here is one of the best airships I have seen that are on the workshop, if I have to say it myself. Not that I am gonna put myself on a high pedestal or anything. I just feel like this really has the airship vibe so much, and I really like the golden color it has as well. It kind of gives it that it's royal, wealthy, and you don't want to mess with this guy. I was really enjoying making the interior of it. I do make my own steering wheel though. I kind of thought that was neat. I never thought of that way before, where I actually used the rotating wheel, and I mainly just put the screen mounts as the pointing things where you like turning the wheel, which I kind of thought was kind of a neat idea. I never thought about that, and that gave me some few more ideas to future airship builds and whatnot. But yeah, anyways, I am quite satisfied on the turnout of this build, but you guys will see that in the end. I will of course come back to you guys with a little bit more talking and explaining. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it, guys. I'll give you guys some music and you will enjoy the speed build, and I will get back to you guys in the end. Bye. Welcome back, guys. Doing the last speed build here before I show you the cinematics at the end. What I'm doing here is that I'm just fiddling a little bit around. I was just trying to figure out a way to cover up some of the path and how to continuing the path over the mountain. It's a little bit of a struggle right now, but I think I found a way, and you will see it in future videos. I didn't really know what to do here at the platform. I wanted it to enclosure it so it was like safe to be there, and also so there were a little bit of room for the tail of the, or the, how do you, I don't even know how you say fin. No, that's not even it. You know, the pointy thing that kind of like directs the way you are going with the airship. I wanted to have room for that as well, and that was also why I lowered the hangar a little bit. Actually, the path, the Victorian tar roof, I lowered it because it was clipping through the fin at the end there. So I had to lower it down. I don't know if you can see it, but it actually worked out quite nice, and it actually looks way better like that. And also it made it a little bit easier on the pathing as well. I think I will probably put in a shop or an ATM or a vending machine, something so they actually just walk all the way inside the hangar. And I think I will also, of course, detail the hangar a little bit more with some cables, some rotating wheels, and chains. And I also need to have the airship kind of like hanged, because they usually don't like just be in the hangar and float. They do float a little bit, but they're also kind of like stuck because they're like chained up or something. I don't know, but I'll definitely do some more of that. And I did fiddle a little bit around with some stuff, and I think it's plain right now. There will come some more stuff, but I don't want to block the way for the guests or the Zeppelin. So I kind of think that I will have this sort of plain, but I will still add a little bit of touches here and there, just so it doesn't look super pale as it does now. When I got inside to make the interior, I really didn't know what to do. I just thought that I might just put in a piano and a bar at first, and then just go with it. And as I said, I just put in some animatronics for funsies, just to make the place more alive. I don't know. I just feel like it felt like a good thing to do when I did it. So, and as I say, I know the Zeppelin base is not pretty, and that is also why you saw me add another frame, add trim work to it all the time, because every time I ended something, I found a new thing on the Zeppelin that were like a little bit off. So I had to find a way to do that as well. But if you look away from all that, I'm pretty satisfied on the turnout of the Zeppelin here. I also did a little bit of nightlight on it. I actually wanted to have the small peak holes, windows things. I wanted them to shine a little bit more out. But I did try off camera to put in the lit sign I used for some of them you saw I make in previous builds with the lantern shining out. There weren't room for them, so I just went with the lantern that gave that shine, and it actually doesn't look quite bad. It actually looked quite good, if I have to say it myself. So I'm quite satisfied on that too. I'm pretty sure that I will put this Zeppelin on the workshop. I don't know how many people can use it. It's quite big. It's quite random if you just place it in your park, if it's not a steampunk park. But I guess whatever the fan, if you have a creative mind, you'll probably find a way of using it nonetheless. But yeah, that will come on the workshop as well as the rest of the things I do in this park. I'm very lazy at the moment. I just can't seem to get them on the workshop. But they will come eventually, guys, don't worry. I think that the build is 100%. I really don't know what more to add on this Zeppelin. And I don't want to add too much, because I feel like this is... It find a nice way of it. no need to over exaggerate with the detailing and such, because it has the steampunk vibe now, and you can definitely see it's a Zeppelin. So yeah, I'm quite satisfied on the turnout. Let me guys hear your thoughts on it as well, and if you have any ideas for an airship or a Zeppelin you would like to see me make, and also with a name, of course, give me your thoughts on it, guys, and your ideas, because I really like making these airships here, and I also have the base of it. Actually, I was talking with some people in Discord about it. I don't know if you guys wanted that, but I've made a lot of boats while I've been playing this game, and the hull of the boats are very, very annoying to make. It's not like they're difficult, they're just annoying. It's tedious work. And if so, I could put all those hulls up on the workshop for you guys. So the basic thing you actually guys just have to do is to decorate it. It's just the thing I've been thinking out, because I would love to contribute with that sort, so you can make your own boats, but just have the hull for yourself, so you can just decorate it and yeah, do whatever. That's just the little thing I also had in mind. If you guys are struggling of making any boats or hulls or anything, because I know the pain, it is really, really annoying. So yeah, just a little thing there too, guys. I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. I think I've said what I have to say. Of course, as I've always said, if you think a place is looking plain or bare or it needs a little bit more, you can say it, but I will of course add tons of more stuff to it. And I have built a little bit further on, so I know that this place is gonna look way better than it does now. So be patient, guys, and I will give you a new Blackmire video through next week. I don't know which day or what. It's just gonna come next week, so keep your eyes out, guys. Anyways, hope you guys have an awesome weekend, and I do enjoy. No, I do not enjoy. I appreciate you guys for watching my videos. Yeah, have a great day, guys. I'll see you in the next one.